See. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Wednesday edition of the training. Hope everyone's had a good week so far. If you are new to Dubb, please put a one in the chat. If you're returning, please put a two. That would be fantastic. So one if you're new, two if you're returning. That would be great. So far, I see, I believe everyone here is returners. I think, yep, JR, Jason, and India. I think all three of you are returners, I believe. JR, thanks for putting that there. Jason, are you returning as well? I think you are, Jason, right? If you can hear me okay, you can unmute. Hey, Jason.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. What's happening?
Does my camera off or do you have it off?
Oh,
Let's
it's
see.
for the for these are they're off on the other side, but they're on this side. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, I just wanted to catch another of your trainings. I will probably be pulling the trigger today.
Okay.
I think you mentioned, and I know you're not kicking off really yet, but I think you mentioned if I kind of had a couple businesses that I was going to use Dub for,
Yeah.
and I was going to try to see if I could do that. And I don't know if you really recommended it, but you said I think you recommended getting a second account that you guys might be able to help with some kind of deep discount on that. I don't know who I need
Yes.
to talk to about that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just kind of like the reason we say it is because if it was like Jason Embry Inc. and it was all the same email, all the same contact, and then you had different landing pages for like different things, that would work fine. You can like try to work around it. It's just that within Dub, you can only have one logo at the top. So you kind of have to have no logo. I mean, there are ways to kind of fudge around it a little bit, but if you want to do it where it's got the full power, then I would say just have it separately and we can give you a deep discount on the second one.
When you say deep discount, what does that mean?
Pretty. I don't know the exact number, but for adding another account, but it's pretty good usually. I mean, it's pretty high, so I can find out from the team what the number is.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
know.
Yeah, yeah. But it's just a cleaner way to do it, just because you can have the separate email, the separate logo, kind of all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fully have my mind wrapped around how Dub works. I'm just thinking that you just send a video,
Mhm.
uh, whether it's through text or whatever, but I guess it's tied in with, I guess you can send it through email, obviously. But I
Yeah,
don't, I,
I'll run through everything today. So, but it's very much where it's the kind of the full experience, whether it's email, SMS, LinkedIn, and when I go through this today, I'll put this. Have you been on our Dub support channel at all on YouTube? Let me sh
I don't think so. I've seen you do a fantastic job, by the way, though. Your social media stuff comes across.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, those are fun to do. The let me grab this right here. I'll put this in the chat. This is where we put these live trainings every day. They go to our YouTube support channel, and I just dropped it in the chat. So what people typically do is they'll come into the live training if they want to see something specifically, or they're like yourself, just kind of getting new to Dub, checking everything out. They'll go and watch that video later on YouTube and just go back to the specific parts. Like if someone's doing a LinkedIn outreach, they'll go back to that part and say, okay, that's how I do LinkedIn. So kind of like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. And then I'll put this one in here too. This is pretty good. This is feedback at Dub. This is our email where if you want to send something over to us, just as a test, you're playing with the, software and say, hey, pretend like we're a prospect. You can send something over and we'll give you some feedback.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in, Jason. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I remember I think was it last week or maybe the week before, where we were trying to see, we had a question and we texted a little bit because we
Oh,
wanted to,
yeah, yeah, yeah. The SMS. That's right. What you would see and wouldn't see. Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Yep. Yeah, now I remember. It took a little bit because your name looked familiar, but I'm like, new and not it's, sometimes there's so many. But
yeah, yeah.
cool. Well, thanks for coming in, Jason. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat along the way.
Okay, will do. Thanks,
All right,
man.
sweet. And then let's see. JR, what brings you in today, JR? If you I know you're returning. How are you, JR? If you can hear me okay. If you want to
I'm
say
doing well, and always learning. Been here for 3 years and don't know it all yet. So looking forward to this. And this is one of the best things I've ever done in my 4 decades of marketing and merchandising. To the person who wants to get on board, what's slowing you down, brother? Make it happen.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. We appreciate those words, JR. The team does a really good job building all this stuff out, and it's kind of. Ruben and Darius, we always talk about this stuff where when you talk about sending a video in sales, even today in 2025, if people are going to send a video, typically they'll drop a YouTube link or something where it'll take you off into this other world. Where with Dubb, it's self-contained. You're on that page and you can really kind of give them the options that you want. So it's just rare. I'd say less than probably maybe 5% of the sales world sends videos like this. Sometimes they just don't even know about it. So yeah, we
But
appreciate it.
the thing about it is, you not only can send it and you're not only in that 5%, but if they watch the whole thing, i.e., is my message good?
Yeah, yeah,
If everybody's not watching it, it's probably me.
yeah.
But the other thing is, right when they do it, you immediately can respond right after that. You're in a timely fashion. You can explain all sorts of things, proposals. I'm going after a product with municipalities,
Hmm.
and I'm going to be playing hardball because I'm going to be using the green screen is going to be their town
Yep, yep.
seal in back of me.
Great.
So if they don't like the looks of me, they like the looks of their seal, I hope, if they're the town manager.
I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah, again,
Anyway,
in context.
yeah,
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 no,
yeah.
that's
Anyway,
cool.
great stuff, bud.
Appreciate it, JR. Thanks. And then India, I saw you came in as well. If you want to say hi, India, you can, or if you want to say hello in the chat, hi, India. If you can hear me okay. Looks like you're off mute, but I can't hear you. If you can hear me. Um, yeah, for some reason I can't hear you. If you want to say hi in the chat, India, feel free if you'd like to. Um, okay, so let me share my screen and let's get into some stuff here so we can kind of go through what makes sense and how to use it and all this good stuff. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, so in general, when we think about Dubb, we want to think about what is this thing right here? Well, this is an animated video GIF preview. So when you record a Dubb video, the very first 3 seconds are going to be this preview that repeats itself on a little 3 second loop. You can, with editing, take a different part of the video inside a Dubb and make it the 3 second animated preview. But just know when you hit record, the first 3 seconds are going to repeat, like you see right here. So we want to focus on the hook, which we're going to talk about in a second. What is the movement of the animated GIF? What are you pointing, you smiling, looking at something? What is that interesting? Is there some movement to it? And then you want to think about what tech you're using to record it. Now, in this case, this is probably one of the most straightforward, right to the point styles you can record with Dubb, and it's recorded right from the webcam inside of the platform. You have the Dubb mobile app on your phone, and the Dubb mobile app, you can type a message on the whiteboard feature on the mobile app. So in this case, I said, what's your hook? Just so we can talk about the hook. When you think about the people that you're reaching out to, whether it's cold, warm, referral, one-to-one, one-to-many, following up with someone, whatever it is, what is your hook to get them to want to click on this video? So one of the best ways to do it is if you use any kind of AI like ChatGPT, Grok, or even from within Dubb, our Auto right up here at the top, Auto right here in the middle of the dashboard, very much like ChatGPT and Grok, where you can ask it questions. Now, Auto can answer questions all about Dubb. How do I use the screen recorders? How do I use your mobile app? All that great stuff. But what you can ask Auto, along with ChatGPT, is here is my ICP, my ideal client profile. Here are the people I'm reaching out to. Here's why I'm reaching out, what I want them to end up doing. Here's the industry that they're in. I need 20 5 to 6 word hooks. And the reason we say 5 to 6 words is because you want to, typically it's around 30 characters on the little whiteboard here to type. And also in your subject line, you don't want to have a lot of words up here. So you want to say, give me 25 to 6 word hooks related to all the information I just gave you about who I'm reaching out to and what I want to accomplish. And then it will give you that list. And then just kind of give it the human pass, see which ones you like. Do you want to be a little witty, a little funny, a little, add any kind of sprinkle to it that you want. And then what you want to do is you want to add that phrase right here to the Dubb mobile app whiteboard where you type it in. And now, as you can see, that would be the piece of value, the question. It's all about what that person or group you're either educating on something they don't know about, you're asking them about some kind of challenge they have in their industry. Another great thing to do with this coming up with the hook is you can ask your ChatGPT auto or grok, name the industry and say, as of 2025, what has been the challenge for this industry in terms of growth or communication or whatever within your industry? And the AI will probably give you some pretty good answers there, and you can pull your hook from there as well. But the whole idea is get your good hook. Now you have to decide how you want to visually record this. So this style here works really well for one-to-one, one-to-many, updates, all of that right like this. Now, from this webcam, you also can record something that looks like this, where you can have a virtual background behind you. So if you're not holding up the whiteboard and you want to have some context to the person that's watching this, you can take screenshots of someone's profile like you see here, company, website, screenshot of some action they took, whatever it is that's going to be part of the hook of why you're reaching out. Now, you also can do a combination of both. I can use the virtual background and I can hold up the whiteboard with the question or statement. So I can do one or the other or a combination of both. So that's one style. Now, there's another style that you can record, and that is a screen recording style. Now, this is done with the Dubb Chrome extension. So if you Google Dubb Chrome extension, it's a browser-based screen recorder. So basically anything within the browser website that you want to share and you want to be on top of it, like you see right here, whether you're in a bubble, rectangle, triangle, phone shape, whatever it is, and you want to walk someone through something, that's what the Dubb Chrome extension is all about. So Google Dubb Chrome extension, it's a three-step process to get the little button pinned up here in the browser at the top. And when it's up here and logged in, you have the ability to use it, which I'm going to show in a minute. But you see here in the 3-second animated preview, I already have some annotations pointing towards the bubble, and I'm holding up inside the bubble again that whiteboard with an additional hook. Now, if I didn't have that there and I was just waving and pointing at the title, I mean, that's cool. It's a market update. Great. Visually interesting. That's awesome. But if you take it one more level and explain within the market update what is happening, because I said big change right there. I could say rate drop. I could say, whatever industry you're in. If you want to really get a little more accurate and specific, that gives you the ability to do that. Now, there's also another style with the mobile app. So with the Dubb mobile app, you can do the same thing. You can drop a virtual background behind you, just screenshot whatever you want on your phone, whether it's properties in real estate, websites, articles, all the stuff we talked about. Put it behind you, and you can do some text on the screen right there. You also can do this. You can just put the hook. Like I put hi John, but that could be where your hook goes. So with the webcam we just saw where I was holding up the whiteboard, if you were on your mobile app, you could wave and do the same thing and even point up like this, and you could type the text out, and that would be where your hook would be above your head. Or you could point down like this and it could be on your chest, like in here. But that would be a similar kind of feel to it. You also have with the Dubb mobile app what's called picture in picture. So this is really cool for property walkthroughs in real estate, obviously. It uses both cameras on the phone, but you can also use it if you're at a live event. So if you're out there and you're there and you record some nice footage, you can send that to people you meet to after. You also can do a walk and talk with a client or something like that. You even can take it and pull up a website on your computer or someone's profile and take your phone and just lean into the website like this and start talking. And it's the same kind of feel. You're showing what's on there and you're on the page as well right there. So it's a kind of a neat little style that you can do. But regardless of these different ways that you choose to record, when someone clicks on this and they get it by email or SMS or even LinkedIn, and when they click on it, they're going to be taken to a customized landing page that we call a preset in Dubb terms. So this landing page is going to have your logo, top left, the initial video that you've created, then playlist videos will be to the right. They're going to play immediately after the video that's going to play right now. The power of the playlist is it not only gives more information, but it also provides you the ability to record a video one time, basically your pitch video, minute and a half at most, about what you do with your product or services and why someone should work with you. And you only need to record it once because it'll sit in the playlist. And as soon as the initial video that's playing right now is done, it's going to run right into the next video. It's seamless, it just starts, goes right into it. So see how we have the 2-minute explainer here in the playlist? That's where your evergreen record once video about you pitching would go, and it would play right after. If you do have video testimonials, like you can see right here, this is a really great spot to have them. If you don't have video testimonials, I'll show you a way in a second to get them that's pretty convenient for both you and the other person. You also, Jason, I saw your hands up. Go ahead.
Yeah, just a question. Can you have different campaigns? I mean, maybe you have one group of folks you're wanting to send a video to that's different than another group.
Yeah, yeah, that's where having the different preset pages really works well. Like if I was in real estate with buyers, and I say I worked with buyers and sellers, I would have my buyer landing page, my
Got
seller landing page,
okay,
and then you do that for all the different segments. Yeah. Yep.
gotcha. Thank you.
Yep. And then these initial videos here, these first ones that you make, I'd make them pretty short, stay within the 30 to 40-second range, get right in, make your point, get out. I always like to say the screenwriter, David Mamet, in his scenes when he'd write for actors, he would say, get in late, get out early. Get into the most interesting spot and then get out. So I think with these, it's really about the challenge, the value, the question, the statement that you're making for this person or group that you're reaching out to. It's focused on that. And then at the end of this video, you could say, by the way, there's going to be a video that plays right after this, all about what we do, about what you do. And then you could also say, click below to book a time in my calendar or whatever action you wanted them to take next. So initial video, yeah, go ahead, JR. I saw your hand. JR, can you hear me? Yeah, maybe you need to unmute. Let me see if I can unmute you.
Yeah,
Oh, there we
there we
go.
go.
Yep.
If it, on the playlist
Yeah.
after the intro, like on the 2 minute explainer,
Yeah.
in- could I instead insert a like a website link and then have the explanation um, where I'm, in that video in this little circle with the big static website,
What you could do is you could record a video with the screen recorder, like you said, have yourself in a bubble, and you could be
right?
on top of the website talking. So that video could play after that. You could even, if you wanted to, um, you could have like a fun video that plays after it about on your website talking about something specific. And you could say in that video, by the way, click below here if you want to go to the actual site. And then the link below could take them right to the website.
Okay, so that would be your third um, tile in your playlist, your outro, so to speak.
Um, well, each video is kind of self-contained, you know what I mean? So this first one here, it's really what do you want to have happen next? Because typically when these videos are made to like an outreach or group or person or whatever, I want them to take an action. So what I could say was if that was that video playing after, I could say, hey, listen, JR, thanks so much for watching this video. Would love to have you book a time in my calendar. All you have to do is click that button right below here to book a time. And also check out this next video. It's going to play after. It's about my website. I'm going to explain a few things. Check it out. It's going to play right now. So it could be something like that.
Yeah, but I'm thinking maybe like in the buttons below where
Mhm.
you're talking, the
Yeah.
intro video,
Yep.
instead of reply with video, that could be the landing page that I could direct
Mhm.
them to from the live um, 2 minute explainer, quote unquote, with
Yeah.
me in the blob. I could just say, go to that video,
Mhm.
or excuse me, go to that page. It wouldn't say video. It would say, here's where the deal is, or whatever.
Yeah. 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 Click the deal button
That
below.
would be the landing page, the final landing page, if you will.
That's right. This is like the lily pad. You land on the lily pad and then you jump over to the final one. Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah.
This is great, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. And then, so to kind of finish off the page here a little bit, the buttons below. So, like we were just talking about, these are called CTAs, your call to action buttons. What do you want someone to do after they're done watching the content above? So, typically, most of the time, people want you to book a time in their calendar. So, that's probably the most popular button. But again, like we were just talking about, it could be a website you want them to visit. There could be a form you want them to fill out. There could be a link to an external form. There could be a reply with video sending them something back. They could be emailing you back. They could be downloading a document, a contract, a listing agreement. So there's a lot of different options for you to choose from for them to take. If you have multiple buttons down here, I would definitely go in order of importance from left to right. Sometimes people have a singular button if they want someone to do something, but it's nice to have multiples. I just wouldn't have a ton of them, get the whole paralysis by analysis. If you don't have video testimonials, or you want to get more video testimonials, one of the easiest ways that Dubb users have found over the years, convenience-wise for both them and their people, is if you have the reply with video button here, like you record a video and you have this button below it, and I could say something like this where, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. All you need to do is click the reply with video button below. You don't need to download anything. And let me know, what have you enjoyed about the platform? Or whatever questions you'd ask, they would send the video back to you. Inside of Dubb in the video library, there would be a video reply section, and you'd have a little notification that you have a new video reply, and then you just make it part of the playlist. And that's how that would work in terms of that. Now, over here to the right, you have your AI sales assistant called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. And we've had this for probably about a year and a half now, and we've had good feedback from it. You don't have to have it on the page if you don't want to. It's just a little button inside of the platform. But if you do, over here to the right, you can have up to 20 FAQs. Three of them show here. You can ask the AI a question. And when you click what is Dubb, it's going to give the answer here. And when it gives the answer, it's going to push for whatever your desired outcome is. So if it's book a time in your calendar or check out your site or whatever it is, it's going to give the answer here. And then at the end, it's going to say, are you ready to book a time? So it's not just giving the information, it's pushing the sale forward. Now, the AI is educated within inside Dubb with individual website links. It'll learn physically what's in text on those pages. And also, you can upload a PDF as well. So you can do one or the other or both. And that's how it becomes educated. And it's a really nice tool to have there because sometimes, if people are, maybe they're not ready to book a time, maybe they have a couple more questions they want to have answered right then. We live in a very impatient world now where everything has to be immediate. So we've had good feedback from this thing. But like I was saying before, these preset landing pages, they should really be made to speak to a specific part of your audience. If I was in real estate and worked with buyers, sellers, FSBOs, and expireds, I would want one for each one of those. Same thing with recruiting, employers, candidates, insurance, mortgage, coaching, consulting, every audience you could possibly think of. Unless there's just, one audience and it's one message, okay, that works. But I mean, if you have different segments of the audience, having different preset landing pages with the appropriate testimonials, videos, that works the best that we've seen over the years. And obviously, all of it's tracked. Did they open the email? Did they click on any buttons? Did they watch the video? And if they did, what's the watch percentage? So you can follow up in a really good way because you know what they've consumed. Now, how do we record these? So how do we do a webcam video that looks like this, or looks like this, or even looks like a combination of this? So what you would do is inside the Dubb platform, there's going to be this red camera icon that sits right up here at the top. This is how you record or upload a video into the platform. You'd select this here, and it's going to open up your webcam. Now, if you wanted to do the virtual background, all you do is go below, select virtual background, scroll a little lower. We have some stock ones down here, but I would go to your photos, and this is where you would upload the screenshots that we talked about earlier, whether they're properties, articles, websites, people's profiles, screenshots of actions people have taken, whatever it is, screenshot it, upload it in here. It creates a library for you. Select the one that you want, and it just puts it behind you, just like this. And the team did an upgrade to the virtual background, so you can see it's nice and clean around the shoulders now and everything. It was a little ghosty kind of before, but now it's pretty sharp. And if you have good front light, like a ring light or a natural light, that really helps. In terms of your arm movement, if you keep them within your shoulders, don't go out here, then it stays pretty good. If you're holding up the phone and doing this thing, you're all good in there. Now, if you want to add the phone, if you want to do the phone where I was holding up the whiteboard with the message, you would get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app, this is what it looks like. This is your little button right there, that little square. And when you select it, that's where you type. And that's what I was doing before. So this is where you type your hook. So it'll be here, turn it, and then it's just like this. Now, with this recorder here, you have a teleprompter option. You have it on every other recording option in Dubb too. So if you have a script that you've written and you've saved it into the Dubb platform, then all you have to do is click up here. You can go right to scripting to create a new one if you want to, or you'll see scripts right here that you can scroll that you have saved in the platform. You can also search for a script if you just put the title of it in, and it will jump to it right here. Now, with the teleprompter, you want to be about arm's distance away like this. Let the words flow up into your eye line. Don't be searching for the words, let it move up. The speed of the teleprompter is here, so you can adjust it up or down. Play button is here. back the text off, or zoom it in. Now, using a teleprompter is pretty awesome in terms of, when you have the words right in front of you, it's really a nice, I mean, if sometimes you're like, you want to make sure you get the right phrasing down, and unless it's super short, that's fine. But if it's something where you really want to get it right, why not have the words in front of you? Just takes a little bit of practice so the words don't surprise you, and then it's pretty awesome to have. We use it a lot for our YouTube stuff. Okay, so if I was going to record, I'm going to put it all together now. So I'm going to put the virtual background down here. And I'm also gonna bring the webcam, the whiteboard up. Here we go. And I'm gonna use the teleprompters. Here we go. One, two, three, and it'll be like this. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And you can hit the pause button, take a break if you want to, click it again. There are a number of aspects to Dubb. There's the recording of videos, the customization and professionally packaging of those videos, and then hit it again if you want. And then if you want to delete the video, it's the red X. If you click it, it will ask you, are you sure? So that's where you say, well, do I, yes or no? And then if you want to save it into Dubb, it's the blue check mark, and that's going to save it into the platform. To close the teleprompter, tap the little X there, and it's closed. So I'm going to click the check mark, and this is going to save it into Dubb. Now, when it saves it into the platform, you have a number of options because anytime you record a video in Dubb and you save it, it's going to take you to the video edit page, which is what this looks like right here. Now, the video edit page, you have a number of options when you land in here, and I'll show you what those are. Let me just pick a different video here. So when you're inside here, right here at the top, you can change the title of the video internally. Just make sure you click the check mark to save it. You can download the MP4 version of the video. So any Dubb video you record, you can download an MP4 file version if you need it, which is good for social media because social media platforms like you to upload the raw file. So it gives you the ability to download. You also can drop down here, click this drop down. See it says Rob's preset right here, it's checked. That means that's my default preset landing page. Anytime I record a video, that landing page is going to be attached to it. So if I want to see what that landing page looks like on this video, go over here to the right, this little preview square over here, click that, and it opens up in a new tab and say, okay, great, there's my video. These are my playlist videos. There's my buttons. Here's my AI assistant. Great, everything looks good. Now, if I wanted to change that, I could tap this little drop down again and change it to a different preset landing page that I already have created. So I can change everything about the background with one click and change it to a different landing page if I want to. You also can upload this to YouTube if you have a YouTube video channel. You also have analytics. There's a AI coach right down here called Kyra. If you click generate, it's going to give you visual feedback and content feedback and give you a delivery analysis on are you being repetitive, using filler words, all this kind of good stuff. Then over here under activity to the right, you can really drill down on what's going on. Are people clicking on the buttons? Are they viewing the emails? Are they just viewing the page, the landing page? Are they watching the video? If they are, what's the watch percentage? All of it enables you to follow up in a really smart way. You also have a details tab right here, which is going to remind you you have these call to action buttons below your video. You have this AI assistant assigned to the landing page, and you have these playlist videos that are going to play after the video you've created. You can change any of these right here. If you wanted to change the buttons of the videos, you can do that. And if you sent this video out to someone and you forgot to make these changes, or you wanted to make some changes after you sent it, you can still make these changes and it will retroactively refresh on the other side. You also have an editing tab. Now, this editing tab, I don't know why it wasn't working. Let me grab a different video. Let's grab this one. When you click the editing tab, you can play the video. Hi, this is Rob from. You also can drag your timeline like this. So if there's something I want to cut out, just hit the play button or drag it, hit the scissor icon, it splits it into two. And then you can play or drag it to the next cut point, scissors. And now you have three pieces. So you just, whatever one's selected and highlighted in orange, that's the one, click the trash can, and it's gone. And if you want to bring everything back, just don't hit save, click undo, 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 and you're right back to where you started. There's also a design tab. So like I mentioned at the top, when you record a Dubb video, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat as that animated preview. If you want to take a different part of the video to make it the first 3 seconds, just drag this to the point that you think is visually most interesting, click generate thumbnail, and that will be the first 3 seconds. Or you can upload your own thumbnail. So you have that flexibility. Now, from a simple send perspective, we recorded something, we want to send it. All you have to do is open up an email, open up a compose, and then you want to make sure as a best practice that you have the word video in the subject line. It's right here. First thing that they see. You want to have your hook that we talked about at the top. You want to have a little bit of text in here. And then to drop the video in, you can do it in a few different ways. So over inside the platform, you have a big blue share and send button. You can select this, then put the email in of the person you're sending it to get that, that advanced tracking. You can add a little personalization text right here, copy for email, and then it's just a copy and paste and see how that personalization text would be at the top. Now, another way you can add a video in, specifically with Gmail and Outlook 365, is with the shortcut right down here at the bottom. So in Gmail, this little Dubb button is going to show up at the bottom, and in Outlook 365, it'll show off to the right in add-ins. The reason that button is there is because you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder, which we're going to look at in a second. When you have that logged in and pinned, this little button is going to show up. So when you select this button, it opens up the recorder that we're going to use in a minute. But you'll notice off to the right, there's a video library that I'm scrolling through right now to the bottom right. You would just find the video that you want. Let's just say it's this one right here. Select advanced options, put the email of the person you're sending it to, add again a little personalization text at the top if you want to, and then just click insert and it pops it right in just like that. So you can add it in two different ways. Now, from a screen recording perspective, how would we record something that does look like this? I'm going to use LinkedIn as an example, but again, this could be any browser-based website. So LinkedIn's here. I'm going to grab the Dubb Chrome extension up here at the top that I have pinned. I'm going to click on it. It's going to open up and it puts me on the page. Whenever you're using the Dubb Chrome extension on a browser-based site, you want to think about the size, shape, and placement of your webcam. So size-wise, you can do a custom size by dragging the edge, but you don't want to go too big because you don't want to cover the stuff that you're showing. You also want to think about your placement. Where's an interesting spot to put myself visually? Well, I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben. And then also you want to think about your shape. This shape, this shape, this shape. I'm going to stay circle because Ruben's in a circle. From inside the bubble here, you can do a little bit tighter of a frame if you want, or back it up. You can physically move yourself around inside the bubble here. You can jump to full screen by selecting that button, jump back to the page. You can come over here to the right and you can turn your camera off if you just wanted to do an audio walkthrough of a site for someone. You also can use your headshot if you wanted to. I mean, if you had to choose all these, I think being live is the best. You also can put a virtual background behind you inside here, just like we did before. You can do that. You have an annotation tool right over here to the left that you can use to point things out. You have a teleprompter that we just looked at with the webcam. This one's a little different. This teleprompter, you can move around physically. You can manipulate the sides like this. You also would do the same thing to find your script. Just click in here, search by name, or you can come in here and just grab something like this. And then you also can control the speed like this, up and down like we just did, test the speed, back the text off, or zoom it in. Now to use this, you're going to move it closest to the camera. And because the Chrome extension is a browser-based screen recorder, and you're going to use the teleprompter, I would not go full screen in your browser because it's going to hide the teleprompter tab. You won't be able to get to it. It's hidden now. So you want to leave a little bit of space so when you hit record, you can physically tap this with your mouse to bring it forward and able to use it. You also have different orientations over here to the right. So you have camera, which opens up like a webcam. You have tab, which is going to be a nice clean cut of the page. It won't show any of the tabs I have opened at the top. Or you have screen, which would be a full screen recording. You'd only really use this if you wanted to bounce around to some different tabs, like say, hey, Ruben, I'm going to take you over here and jump it over to a different tab, and it would follow you over. Most of the time, I usually use tab just because it's a nice clean cut. Now, before I hit record, I want to remind myself I want to have my hook here, right? Just like this, I have it ready to go. And now I'm going to hit start recording. I'm going to choose my tab. There's my circle. You can see it right there. Click share. And here we go, just like this. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? I wanted to reach out to you because I saw that you wrote a book I did not know you were an author. It was very exciting. I click record every day, so I want to talk to you about it. So I did my whole thing here, the first 3 seconds, my wave, my point. I could do a little knock on his bubble if I wanted to, like that. And then when it kept going, I jumped to full screen to say something really quickly to him. It's not a necessity. If you're comfortable doing it, that's cool. So what you can do to jump to full screen is you can hover your mouse over your bubble like this, double click, it brings you here, double click the screen to go back. You also can hover your mouse over the bubble and click on this little square. That'll jump you to full, and then you can click it right here to go back. You also can click the little control bar at the bottom. It says expand webcam, click it there to go back. Now, with the annotations, you can come right over here and use this and use some arrows, point some things out, do some text on screen. You could even have this stuff ready to go before you even hit record if you wanted to show it in the animated preview. The cool thing about these annotations is that they're going to stay sticky. They're going to stay where they're supposed to stay. They're not going to follow you down the page. You also can scroll around. You can hit the pause button if you'd like, stop the recording, click it again to resume. So a lot of really neat options on the Chrome extension for the browser stuff. And this is just a great way to reach out on LinkedIn. It's a really good way to walk someone through a market update in real estate, point something out on a website you're trying to show with whatever industry you're in, talk about someone's profile, article that you wanted to share. This is a nice way to do it. Now to save this, we're going to click the check mark like we did before. Check mark. So I'm going to click this here. And again, it's going to take me to the video edit page inside of the Dubb platform where we just were, where we were looking at the other stuff on how to edit, all that good stuff. Now, the video that I've recorded, how would I share that on LinkedIn? So here, let me bounce back over here. For some reason, it's taking a second. Let's just jump over to a new one. Okay, so if I wanted to share this video, I want to connect with Ruben first. So connecting with him, just, whether you're doing it with a third party like Expandy or something, or you're doing it manually, seems like most people connect. So once you're connected, then click message. And then down here, our little Dubb button is right here that we saw in Gmail earlier. So that's the integration with LinkedIn. So when you select this button, it's a shortcut to again come in here. Here's the video we recorded. Click insert video. And then you can highlight this text and change it to something personal or whatever you wanted to say. And then click send. And then Ruben's going to see that nice animated preview inside his inbox as opposed to text. Now, as far as screen recording in general, this is the browser-based screen recorder, the Chrome we just looked at. But we have another really awesome screen recorder called the Dubb Desktop app. So if you Google Dubb Desktop app and download it from Mac or PC, you're going to get this up here at the top, this little Dubb symbol up here at a Mac and PC, I believe it's at the bottom. But when you select this, now you have some options right here, or you can select the View Quick menu and it'll pop up like this right here. So the desktop app does a lot of neat stuff, but we're going to look at screen recording because that's what we just looked at with the Chrome. How does it differ? If you select record screen, similarities first off are going to be the bubble. Same thing that you just saw with the Chrome, just the stuff's in different spots, but it is all the same stuff we just looked at. If we look at the annotation tool, same thing. Does all the same stuff you just saw. The only difference is these things don't stay sticky. So when you use them, they're going to stalk you down the page. So you got to use them, delete them, and then move on. The teleprompter is similar to the Chrome where you can physically move it around, but it has a pretty neat option here where you select in here. Let's just grab this script. The first option you're going to see over here is auto track. So that's voice recognition. So if I wanted to record something and have it go at my own pace, that button gives you the ability to do that. Now, if I want to do scroll like I did before, the auto scroll, I don't want auto track. Just click it, turns it off, and now you have the ability to control the speed like we did before. So it's really your choice in terms of what you want to choose. JR, go ahead. I saw your hands up.
Yeah, that's just auto track is just for Apple and not for Chrome.
Does it work on Chrome? You probably have to try it or whatever. I know with the mobile app, voice recognition is only for iPhone, not for Android. Yeah. So you might have to just test that out. But I know for sure, it works on this.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And then so you have the teleprompter there. And then also, this is a big difference between the Chrome and the desktop is this red slash right here. So if I was going to hit the record button, it would get everything on my screen physically right now. But if I get rid of this red slash just by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the borders of what I'm recording. Because the desktop app is not beholden to the browser. It's like a little drone that flies over everything. So if I have this on custom, I can take this thing at the top, see how I'm moving it around, and I can crop around anything I want to crop around. So whether it's a website, document, Canvas slide, whatever it is, video, it doesn't matter. I can get very specific about what I'm showing. I also can click the drop down here and go to landscape. So here's the proper orientation for YouTube. I also can click below here and go portrait. If I want to do a social media video right from my desktop, I already have the proper orientation. Now I just need to put myself on top of either a crunched browser or a document or whatever I want to show. I just put myself on top of it where I want to place it, and then I could make that right here for my desktop. Now, the recording aspect of this, there's another big difference as well. So when I hit the record button right down here, I get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and now I'm recording. Now I can pause and resume this, but the check mark is the big difference here. So like we've just seen before this with the webcam and with the website and the Chrome extension, when you hit the check mark, it saves it into Dubb. That is not the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it says, hey, you have just recorded a clip. The desktop app is a clip recorder. So what you're going to do is you're going to record a number of clips, merge them together into one video, and then that video is saved into Dubb. The neat thing about clip recording is it gives you the ability to drag and drop videos from your computer and make it part of the story here. So what I've just recorded is a screen recording. Now, how do I keep going? I have one clip. What do I do now if I want to keep recording? Down to the bottom left, there are 3 creative icons down to the bottom left. The one all the way to the left is record screen video. I'm going to select that one. And what that's going to do is it's going to take me right back where I was. I'm going to hit record again. And now I'm just recording a second screen recording clip in the same style that I did the first one. Now, I could have technically just picked a different website, different part of the page. It doesn't matter. But I'm recording another screen type video like this. I'm going to hit the check mark. And there is the second clip that I've recorded. And I can physically move these clips in any order that I would like, so I don't have to record chronologically. You also can tap the 3 dot menu and download or delete each individual clip. Now, the other creative option you have down at the bottom left is the webcam, record webcam, which is the webcam style. So I can click that button and it opens up my webcam. Now, maybe this is the end of my video saying thank you so much for watching. You can click book a time in my calendar. Maybe it's me specifically talking about just one point I want to make. Maybe it's the opening. Either way, it's visually different than the other ones, and you're talking direct to camera. Select the check mark, and now that clip is anywhere you want to put it. The last choice you have with the Dubb desktop app is what's called Dubb Narrator. Narrator gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video inside of the bubble and put that bubble on top of anything that you want. So like we saw earlier when I was showing you the LinkedIn with the Chrome extension, I was in the bubble, right? What you can do with Dubb Narrator is if I was doing a market update or I was reaching out on LinkedIn, I could pre-record to my webcam with a teleprompter everything I wanted to say, then take that pre-recorded video, put it inside of a bubble, and physically put that wherever I want to put it. So if I had on LinkedIn, if I was reaching out to a bunch of people on LinkedIn and it was all the same message, I could record the video before and it sounds like I'm speaking right to you without saying your name. And then you could take that video, put it in a bubble, and all you have to do is just pull up the different profiles. The video is already recorded and just put it on top of it. So what you would do here is click narrator video down the bottom left. It'll take you to your video library. Let's pretend this first video right here is the one that I want. I select this one here, and there I am. I just put myself wherever I want. And then I hit record, and the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video automation. I can pause and resume, and then hit the check mark to save it. Now, the last part of this is when you have the clips that you like, they're all there, and you want to merge them now into one video, select the edit button to the bottom right. That's going to merge everything together. And once it's all merged together, you have your one video. And then right in here inside the desktop app, you can do some editing, just like we saw before inside of the platform. And then you would click the button right here to download the MP4 if you wanted to download it, and then upload it into the Dubb platform. The only time I've downloaded this before is if it was a longer video and I didn't want an issue with the upload, I downloaded it. So it's totally up to you on that one. Now, the last part of the recording here is obviously going to be the mobile app, which is very, very similar to the desktop app. It's almost like having the desktop app kind of on the go a little bit. So when you have the Dubb mobile app, it's going to give you some really cool options. Obviously, the cameras on the mobile app are pretty amazing, but you also have the ability to record portrait, landscape, turn the phone whatever way you want. Here's the mobile app here to record something. Tap the blue camera icon at the bottom. That's going to immediately open your camera. And when it opens up, you're going to notice a couple things. One, you're going to notice it's defaulted for a minute. So if you hit record, it's going to cut you off at a minute. You have these other specifics down here. I slide mine over to 10 and keep it at 10 minutes because you can't go beyond 10. To record, tap the circle. And now you can see I'm recording. There's a little timer down here, and there's a timer in your eye line. You also can pause this recording and resume it. And then to end the recording, just tap the circle. And there is the clip that I've just recorded. So just like the desktop app that we just saw, mobile app is a clip recorder as well. Now I'm going to hit record one more time so I have a couple clips here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds to register. Tap it again. There's your second clip. And I can physically move these. Take your finger, hold one for a second, slide it. So you don't have to record in order just like before. You also can tap a clip individually. And when you do, you can delete, trim, and if you select edit, you can add music. We have a whole library of royalty-free music. Just make sure, the audio is not too loud. You can add voiceover here if you want to, or voiceover at the end. You can speed up the action. You can add text on the screen. So like I showed at the beginning of the training where you can have your hook, type your hook out, put it above your head, below, whatever color and font size that you want. You also can add in burned in subtitles here, or you can add it at the end, burned in captions. And then these icons over here to the right, what do they do? Well, if you select the tooltip at the top, the eye icon up there, it's going to remind you this is what everything does right here. And then to close it, tap that button. Now, this button right here is a countdown timer. So I always have mine on 3 seconds because I think that's, the appropriate amount of time to get ready to smile, remind yourself, ready to go, and you're ready. Now, this one right here is video stabilization. So if you are doing a property walkthrough or you're just talking to a client, doing a walk and talk, and you feel like you're in a horror movie that's like someone's chasing you like this, and you don't want them to get sick watching it, you can click this little button right here and just choose low, medium, or high, and it will stabilize the video from going like this to more like that. So it's smoother. And then if you want to use a teleprompter, this button right here, again, find the script. You have to have it saved into Dubb first to be able to find it. There it is. This is your speed between 1 and 10. Hit the play button. See if you like that speed. And then you can make some editing changes right on the fly with this pencil icon if you want to change it right here. And then when you are doing this in your recording, you want to make sure your eyes are staying at the top. If they are not staying up there and they're going down, either increase the speed or move these guardrails up like this. So now your eyes have nothing to look at down here. They have to stay closest to the camera. You also can turn it to portrait, not portrait, landscape, if you want to do like YouTube style or go landscape. If you have an iPhone, click the gear icon right here, and you can do auto track. It's not available yet on Android, and it'll be like this. Cold calls are dead? Cute, real cute. But so is ignoring your CRM reminders. So see how it kind of went at my pace? You have that option right there. So either auto scroll or auto track, and you can tap the X to close. Now, if you've recorded a video on your phone and you want to put that video clip, make it part of the story here, just go to the folder icon here, select the video that you recorded, and it will say, do you want to add clips? Yes. And then if you want to record your screen, it's this one. If you want to use filters, skin smoothing, black and white, different color gradations, this little button right here. If you want to use picture in picture, it's this button down at the bottom. So the one we saw at the top. So when I hit record here, I can physically show what's in front of me and I can zoom myself in, back it up, zoom into the background. You have all those different choices right there. And the last one down at the bottom right is virtual background. Take screenshots of your phone or properties, articles, profiles, all the stuff we talked about, and it would put it right behind you. Now, when you're done and you want to merge all these clips together into one video, select the blue button at the top right. That's going to merge all of your clips together. And once they're merged, you're going to have an automatic copy on your phone, and you're also going to be able to upload it. So I have it right here with the blue upload button, and you can upload it into the platform. Now, also within the Dubb mobile app, you can send videos. So see how my video library is right here. So I just select my video. Let's just grab this one. You have a blue share bar right in the middle. Copy for email, copy for SMS. If I click copy for email, so it's copied to my clipboard, I just paste it into the email client on my phone. I can click copy for SMS, same thing, copy it into my text. You also can click above the video to the top right, the little blocks up there. That's for email, same thing. The little paper airplane icon will go right to your text and open it up. Now, for text messaging, like we mentioned before, if you're texting someone a dub video for the first time and it's cold, they're going to see a link. They're not going to see that nice animated preview. Now, if they respond back, it will show up. So you always can have the permission-based question when you send it. Check out this video, or it's some kind of question that you're asking them, they'll respond to, and then it will show up. You can also ask them with an initial text, hey, can I send you this video about this thing kind of related to your hook? They say yes, obviously they've responded, they'll see the animated preview. If you ever wanted to include something with the initial send out so you can see some kind of visual, what you can do is tap the three dot menu below the video. So it says download GIF. Just click download GIF, and then the animated GIF will be downloaded. So you can send the video and then just send the GIF after. The GIF's not going to take them anywhere, but they'll see that imaging. So it's really just a choice as far as that. Now, also, as far as the CRM aspect of everything, if you're using like a CRM, a HubSpot, a Salesforce, a Go High Level, Follow Boss, Lofty, a ton of them. We have a lot of integrations with those. So if you have your workflows that you really like, you can just add Dubb videos to those. If you want to use Dubb as a CRM, you absolutely can. You can upload your contacts with a CSV file, do tags, deals, all that kind of good stuff. We have automation available with our higher tier plan of Pro Plus. That's one of the major differences between Pro and Pro Plus is the automation workflows. There's also advanced coaching once a week with Ruben and Darius called Pro Plus Coaching. They have their own curriculum. They have a little form you can fill out called Open Mic if you want to talk about your business, to give feedback on that. That's every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. We also have available two more webinars we do every week. And that is going to be on Wednesday is all about real estate. So on Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. PST, we do a full real estate one. We've done them for a couple weeks now, so it's recurring every week. I'm going to drop that link in the chat in a second if you are in real estate. And then we also have on Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. PST recurring our Dubb Partner webinars. So if you don't know about Dubb Partners, we do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to your Dubb referral link. So when you share that and they subscribe, you get 30%. It doesn't sunset, doesn't go away unless they stop paying us. And then there's also an additional 10% as well. So if someone sent me a Dubb link and I clicked on it and I subscribed, you would get 30%. But then I'm like, I like Dubb, I shared Dubb, someone else subscribed through my thing, then you get another 10%. So every Thursday we go through strategies, things like that. I always tell people in general, if you know four people, just four, four or five maybe, at 30%, you're paying Pro or Pro Plus, you should be able to have a free account. So you could either, share your referral link with them, but then say, hey, come into one of the trainings, dubb.com/T. They come in here, we do our thing in here, and then, just follow up with them. And next thing you know, they're going to be using Dubb, which would be pretty sweet for both you and us. So here's the Dubb Partner Coaching. I'm going to put that in the link in the chat. It's in there. And then if you want to check out Pro Plus Coaching, which would obviously be for people that have Pro Plus, I think you can sit in and just kind of check it out on Pro just to see what it's like. That link is in there as well. So that's kind of the training for today. Does anybody have any questions on anything? Anything on their mind? Jason, I know you and I chatted at the top. Anything on your mind? Anything swirling around? Questions or anything before we go?
No, I know like a lot of times you just have to kind of get into this thing, and I'll probably be getting into it the next day or two.
Okay.
So I'll probably jump on. You do these every day, is that right?
Yeah, every day. And then, like I said, the trainings are on YouTube on support. So it'd be up here in probably 3 or 4 hours if you want to go back and check it out.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect. Thanks so much.
yeah, you're welcome, Jason. Thanks. And then
Appreciate you.
JR, I saw your hand was up. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Real quick, a question. Do you ever plan on having a dark mode on your in the excuse me, for like the PC version? You've got a white mode, and
Yeah.
guys with glasses like me,
Yeah.
getting a dark mode would be great. I know it's front lighting, but I've got studio lighting above me anyway, so it's okay.
I see what you're saying. So dark mode with the just kind of dub and how it looks like within the browser and stuff, you mean?
Yeah, when you the record pages and stuff, if there was a dark uh, perimeter rather than a light
Got
border,
it.
that
Okay.
would be awesome.
Okay. Let me
That option would be wonderful.
okay, cool. I'm taking it down right now, and then when we meet later today, I'll yeah, I'll put it over to the team. That sounds cool.
Thanks to everybody.
Yeah, thanks, JR, as always. And then Jai, what's going on, Jai? I saw your hand up. Hey, Jai.
Hey, I said to chime in on that one. That's good. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Making dark mode.
yeah, because I
That's
know
good.
that.
Write that down, Rob.
Yeah, no, I got it. I just typed it in.
Yeah.
When I see
Oh,
Ruben, I'm gonna meet and we'll talk. Yeah,
yeah. That's a good idea because I mean, because I hate being in all white, so bright.
yeah, yeah. It's good. It's a good
Yeah.
point. It's a good point. Yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then Maurice, I saw your hand was up. Hey, Maurice.
Yes, how you doing, Rob? Yeah, I sent it in to support, and I haven't heard anything about thing back about the date at the bottom of my videos.
Oh, the 2020 thing.
Right.
All right, let me. I'm gonna see Ina when we get out of here. I'll talk to her when we get out of here, and I'll have him get back to you. The 2020, right? At the bottom of your
Yeah,
preset.
it's like 2022, something like that. Yeah, I just want to figure out how to get it off and put 2025 on there, probably 2026 or
Yeah, no, it's yeah, no, that's good. And you sent the video to feedback or at support?
feedback.
Oh, feedback. Okay, cool. All right, there's a feedback one in intercom. I just couldn't see who it was from. Okay, let me. I'll get with Ina when we get out of here, and then we'll figure that out.
Thanks. All right.
Cool. Thanks,
Appreciate
Maurice. Cool. Well, everybody, thanks so much for coming in as always, and we will see you tomorrow if you're back again or the rest of the week. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, everybody. See ya.